I'm going to try something new here. I'm going to call it Red Pen Friday, and Red Pen Friday will be pens that are strictly red, orange, burgundy, different shades of red that I have in my collection. And why am I doing this? Well, because I like orange and red. Orange was always my favorite color as a kid. If my parents asked me what kind of cake I wanted on my birthday, I would say orange cake. If they asked me what kind of ice cream I wanted, I would say orange sherbet. My favorite cartoon character is Garfield. That's why I decided to make something as stupid as Red Pen Friday, and I'm going to start out with one of my favorite pens, and that is this, the Mandarin Orange Statesman by Sheaffer. And why is it one of my favorite pens? Well, it's orange. It is a Sheaffer. I do prefer the Sheaffer pens, the old ones, and I still haven't had any problems with the newer Sheaffers either. I'm going to call that a good mix of pen. So, like I said, this is Mandarin Orange. It does have the white dot, gold-plated clip, gold-plated band. It's chrome-plated here. It has the palladium silver nib, which is the conical triumph style. It is a snorkel pen, and as you can see, the snorkel is actually angled to fit into the feed. And of course, to open the snorkel part, you turn this little knob cap counterclockwise. The snorkel comes out, dip it in the ink, pull back, push down, ink goes in, clockwise, snorkel returns home. Interesting design. I like it. And another reason I like this pen, set it back down there with its brothers. Well, as you can see, I like it because I have 5 of them. I've got 4 old stocks, and the one that I've been using for, this was a go-to for a long time, and as you can see, it's got some wear. It's got a crack on the cap. These are obviously new old stocks, so they're in pretty good shape. The original price was $15.50. Okay, another reason why I like this pen is I like to imagine we're back in 1955. Just imagine back in 1955, people wearing their 3-piece suits. They go into work, they have their hat on. They're going to the ad agency, the insurance agency. They got their briefcase. And we have Fred. Fred goes into work, sets down his briefcase, pulls out his notepad, pulls a cigarette from his pocket, lights up. He's getting ready to take his notes. He pulls out his Mandarin Orange Sheaffer Statesman, and somebody across from him says, "What is that? That is not a proper pen. That is a pen for children or clowns." And of course, Fred, being the gentleman that he is, instead of responding, thinks to himself in his head, "This is a far nicer pen than that $5 piece of crap you're writing with." So it's kind of the pen that I would think, that's probably not necessarily true, but I like to think that story. I got ink in my fingers. That this kind of just was the middle finger almost to the establishment proper black, gray, chrome, gold-plated pen of the time. So that's why I like it. Well, that's many reasons why I like it. Okay, now let's go into the dimensions. Now we're done with that gibberish. Okay, so we look at a capped pen. This is 5.5 inches long, or 14 centimeters. And uncapped, we're at 6 inches, or 15.24 centimeters. Posted as I had it before. We're at 6.5 inches, or 16.5 centimeters. The barrel, which is going to be difficult to see, right in there, It says W.A. Sheaffer Pen Company, Fort Madison, Iowa, USA. And then to reiterate that it was made in USA, it says made in USA. I think just a really nice pen. Now this one I recently retired. I flushed it out and is no longer in service. Not that it doesn't work, I just don't use it anymore. And of course its 4 siblings are staying exactly in the condition they are in, which is new old stock, as I have mentioned before. So that is the first pen of Red Pen Friday. Just really a nice pen. Of course, I always love the inlaid diamond-shaped nibs of, say, the Imperial style, but nice pen. And obviously you want to know how it writes. And like I said, I recently flushed this out. There is no more ink, or if there is any, it's didn't want to come out, left in this pen. A screw down cap. So anyway, if you enjoyed the video, click like, subscribe. Subscribe always helps. Liking always helps. Thanks for watching, and bye.